right, so you got a massage gun. I absolutely adore these massage guns. Now, here's the problem that I hear a lot from my patients is that you buy yourself an amazing tool like this. You get home and you start using it and it feels really good. And then you realize really quickly that you really don't know how to use the thing. Well, in today's video, I want to help you understand how to use your massage gun and get the most out of it to achieve better health, wellness, and performance. My name is Dr. Michael Weir, and I am a chiropractor, and I have a ton of patients who are getting these things, and they're helping their bodies. But again, I hear all the time, these are awesome, I love it, but how do I use it? I'm not quite sure how to get the most out of this thing. What I want to do is I want to walk you through a few things. I want to walk you through kind of the philosophy of what we're doing with the massage guns. I want to walk you through what each of the tips are that you got with your massage gun. And then I want to walk you through the pattern at which you use your massage gun to get the most out of it. So first, the philosophy. The research is showing that these massage guns help the muscular system in a very powerful way. It helps the muscles relax, it helps the muscles release tension, and it helps reset the pattern of how that muscle works and functions. And they're even finding that if you use your massage gun before and after a workout, you actually get better results on your workout. Really cool stuff. What we want to do is, first of all, we want to use the right tip with this. And let me walk you through what each of the tips are that you got with your massage gun. There are 5 different tips. The first one is your ball tip. And the ball tip is going to be the one that you probably use the most often with your massage gun. It is a harder foam. It's actually fairly forgiving, and so you can use it in most muscle groups, number 1. Number 2 is what I call the sponge tip. Now, the sponge tip, you can see here, it indents, and it's much softer for a lot of the parts of the body. So areas that are maybe a little bit more sensitive, maybe there's quite a bit more pain in those areas, you would want to use your sponge tip. Number 3, flathead tip. Again, this is more of a plastic tip. It's a harder, it's less forgiving. We want to use this in some of the bigger muscle groups, and I'll walk you through kind of how we use that. The fourth one here is your bullet tip. Now, this is probably the least forgiving tip that is a part of your set here. And we use this for a very specific reason, and it is the release portion of your massage. And then lastly is your prong tip. This is the one that I use the least. There's certain specifics for when and how you would use this, but it's just not one I use a lot, but I will show you some indications for how to use this one. So those are the different tips that we'll use. Now let's walk through the patterning at which you use your massage gun. The first step is that we want to relax the muscle. And the way that we relax the muscle is you're going to take either your ball tip or your sponge tip, and you're going to insert it into your gun. Now, I'm going to show you here on kind of my trapezius muscle how to utilize the massage gun. So what you want to do is simply turn on your gun, and you want to put it to the lowest setting for this. And quite simply, you just want to kind of run it up and down the muscle. This stage should feel really good. The relaxed stage is just simply about getting some blood flow to the muscle. You want to pass it over the muscle, and you want to kind of explore. And explore means you don't just set it in one spot. You run it up and down, you go back a little bit, and you just kind of go back and forth. And first of all, you want to feel good doing this. Secondly, you want to feel for any areas of pain or restriction. And those are what we call trigger points. And trigger points are really basically mini spasms within the muscle. And they can inhibit the muscle's ability to perform at a high level or to perform normal tasks. They also can cause a lot of pain. So what we want to do is we want to find those areas, those trigger points, or knots, if you will, and we want to get rid of them. And that's the second stage in the process, is we want to release those knots. So the first stage is relax. Again, we're going to use either the ball tip or the sponge tip to get that done. Step 2 in the release is we found an area of tenderness. And you go, gosh, yeah, I'm more tender right there than I am anywhere else. And you want to get your bullet tip. And what you want to do is, again, set it in your massage gun. Turn your gun on. And what we want to do is we want to turn the gun on to its highest setting, onto 3, or as fast as it will go. And what you're going to do is you're simply going to set it on top of that very tender spot. Now the key with this is you do not want to dig into the muscle. You don't need to put a lot of force. You want the percussion of the massage gun to do all the work for you. But you just want to set it right on top of that trigger point. You want to set it there for about 10 seconds. Then you back off to the second setting. So 1, 2, and you set it back on that trigger point. And again, you set it there for 10 seconds. And again, after 10 seconds, turn it off. And last but not least, set it to its lowest setting and set it there for another 10 seconds. So a total of 30 seconds. Now, the relax stage should be anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. You can go more than that, but that's kind of the normal pattern that you take it through. The release stage is 30 seconds total, 3 stages of 10 seconds. And then the reset or the retrain stage, the third stage within the pattern here of the massage gun, you want to take either your sponge pad, that's if there's still quite a bit of pain, or your flat tip or your flat edge tip. In this case, I'm going to use the flat edge tip here, put it in your gun, and we want to put it on its lowest setting. And what you're going to do is you're going to simply set it at the top of the muscle. In the case of the trap, it's right next to the neck. And what you're going to do is you're going to run it down the length of that muscle. So if you were on the pectoralis, you would come the length of the pectoralis. If you're on the bicep, you would go the length of the bicep. So after you get a good pattern of finding coming down the length of that muscle, then you want to add motion. And here's where the power comes in the retrain phase, is you set and you move the percussor down while moving your head and neck in the opposite direction. And you do 5 to 10 passes in the retrain phase. So relaxation phase, about 30 seconds to a minute. It's exploration. You're looking for tender areas and you're trying to get the muscle just to relax. Step 2 is the release. This is where we're trying to get through and break the tension in the trigger points or the knots in the muscle. And then step 3 is retrain the muscle, get it to move back to its normal positioning. Now, the magic of this is I'm going to do a video series. This is the first of actually quite a few where I'm going to walk you through each individual body part. And I'm going to teach you how to use your massage gun on each individual body part and how it relates to that individual body, how we move it in the retrain phase, the direction at which we move. So we're going to start at the foot and we're going to work our way all the way up to the head. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so and hit that bell notification, because as I release these videos, you're going to want to know when they come out so you can watch them and get the most out of your tools. Give this a try. Play with this a little bit. Be careful, it shouldn't hurt too bad. You want it to feel pretty good as you're doing this, but play with it a little bit. And then be on the lookout for my next videos where I'm going to show you in each individual body part, again, how to get the most out of your massage tool. Have an amazing day, be healthy, be well. We'll see you on the next video.